Welcome, my dear readers. With you is the explorer Hamou from the World Stories channel. Today we voyage into a tale of maritime might, a story woven into the fabric of naval history, the saga of the Bismarck. This German battleship, a titan of its time, met a fate as dramatic and mysterious as any vessel ever built. The Bismarck, christened after the Iron Chancellor Otto von Bismarck, was a symbol of German engineering and military prowess. Launched in 1939 at the precipice of World War II, it was a fearsome weapon, bristling with powerful guns and armored like a prehistoric beast. The Bismarck's story is not just one of steel and firepower, it's a human drama. It's a story of bravery and sacrifice, of strategic brilliance and devastating loss. Yet, over 80 years after its sinking, the Bismarck's end remains shrouded in mystery, a puzzle that continues to intrigue historians and maritime enthusiasts alike. But before we dive into this enigma, dear viewers, I implore you, subscribe to World Stories. Hit that notification bell, give this video a thumbs up if you're enjoying the journey so far. Leave a comment with your thoughts and share this epic tale with your friends. We're about to embark on an underwater adventure you won't want to miss. The year was 1941. World War II raged across Europe. Germany, under Hitler's command, sought to control the Atlantic, to strangle Britain's supply lines and cripple their war effort. The Bismarck, their newest and most powerful battleship, was the key to this strategy. Under the cover of darkness, the Bismarck, accompanied by the heavy cruiser Prinz Eugen, slipped out of its Baltic port. Their mission Operation Rheinübung, a raid on Allied shipping lanes in the North Atlantic. The stage was set for a clash of titans. The British, aware of the Bismarck's potential threat, were on high alert. Their intelligence network watched every move, every radio transmission. The hunt for the Bismarck had begun. Little did either side know their encounter would become the stuff of legend. The icy waters of the Denmark Strait, nestled between Greenland and Iceland, became the backdrop for the first act of this maritime drama. British battlecruisers HMS Hood and HMS Prince of Wales intercepted the Bismarck and Prinz Eugen. The ensuing battle was brief but brutal. Within minutes, a salvo of shells from the Bismarck struck the Hood, detonating its ammunition magazine. The explosion, visible for miles, tore the mighty Hood in two. It sank within 3 minutes, taking all but 3 of its 1,418 crew with it. The Bismarck, though victorious, had not escaped unscathed. Shells from the Prince of Wales had pierced its fuel tanks, forcing a change in plans. The Bismarck, trailing oil and low on fuel, made for the coast of occupied France, while the Prinz Eugen, undamaged, continued its mission. The sinking of the Hood sent shockwaves through Britain. Churchill, outraged, issued a simple, chilling order: sink the Bismarck. The Royal Navy mobilized its full might, dispatching dozens of warships, including battleships, battlecruisers, aircraft carriers, and destroyers. The Atlantic became a vast hunting ground. Aircraft scoured the seas, ships steamed at flank speed, sonar operators strained to hear through the depths. The Bismarck, damaged but still dangerous, was now the most hunted ship in the world. Meanwhile, the Bismarck, low on fuel and limping towards safety, fought to evade its pursuers. Its crew, exhausted but determined, maintained a desperate defense against the relentless onslaught of the Royal Navy. Days later, a British Catalina flying boat spotted the Bismarck. Its location, approximately 700 nautical miles west of Brest, France, tantalizingly close to safety. Wave after wave of British torpedo bombers, launched from the aircraft carrier HMS Ark Royal, descended upon the Bismarck. One torpedo, in a stroke of devastating luck, struck the Bismarck's rudder. The mighty battleship, its steering gear crippled, could only turn in endless circles, a sitting duck for its attackers. The night of May 26, 1941, British battleships and destroyers closed in on the Bismarck. They unleashed a furious barrage of shells, pulverizing the German ship's superstructure and silencing its guns. The Bismarck, once a symbol of Nazi power, was now a burning, shattered hulk. The Bismarck, ablaze from stem to stern, its guns silenced, fought back with the fury of a cornered animal. But its fate was sealed. Shells rained down upon it, tearing gaping holes in its armor. Fires raged out of control. British destroyers moved in, firing torpedo after torpedo into the wounded giant. Still, the Bismarck refused to sink. Some argue the crew, unwilling to surrender, deliberately scuttled the ship. Others believe a final, fatal torpedo sealed its fate. At 10:40 a.m. on the morning of May 27, 1941, the Bismarck, its battle flags still flying, slipped beneath the waves. Of its crew of over 2,200 men, only 114 survived. The hunt was over, but the mystery had just begun. The Bismarck now rested on the ocean floor, 2.5 miles below the surface, its secrets seemingly lost to the abyss. The official British reports claimed their torpedoes had delivered the final blow, sending the Bismarck to its watery grave. However, doubts lingered. Some argued the damage inflicted by British shells and torpedoes was insufficient to sink such a powerful ship. They pointed to the Bismarck's rapid descent, the lack of conclusive evidence of a fatal torpedo strike, and the possibility of scuttling as evidence of another explanation. If the Bismarck wasn't sunk solely by British attacks, what truly happened in those final moments? Was the Bismarck deliberately scuttled by its own crew, a final act of defiance? Or did other unknown factors contribute to its demise? The mystery of the Bismarck's end had begun. In the years since its sinking, numerous theories have emerged, each attempting to solve the riddle of the Bismarck's end. Some experts believe the Bismarck's own crew scuttled the ship, opening its seacocks, which are valves that allow water in to prevent it from falling into enemy hands. This theory is supported by accounts from some of the German survivors. Others argue that while British attacks crippled the Bismarck, it was ultimately its design flaws that led to its sinking. They point to evidence suggesting the ship's bulkheads or internal walls were not properly secured, causing progressive flooding that eventually overwhelmed the ship, even without a decisive torpedo strike. Adding to the intrigue, some have even proposed more outlandish theories, such as sabotage by German spies who wanted the Bismarck sunk to prevent it from falling under the control of a rival faction within the Nazi regime. While lacking strong evidence, these alternative theories highlight the enduring mystery surrounding the Bismarck's demise. The wreck of the Bismarck remained undiscovered for decades. Then, in 1989, renowned oceanographer Dr. Robert Ballard, using advanced sonar technology, located the wreck lying upright on the ocean floor, approximately 300 miles southeast of Greenland. Ballard's expeditions revealed a wreck remarkably well preserved, considering the violence of its sinking. The Bismarck's massive guns still pointed skyward. Its armor, though scarred, remained largely intact. Yet Ballard's findings only deepened the mystery. While Ballard's team documented extensive damage from shells and torpedoes, they found no conclusive evidence of a torpedo strike to the Bismarck's hull below the waterline, which would have been necessary to flood the ship and cause it to sink. The debate over whether the Bismarck was sunk by the British or scuttled by its own crew continued. Despite decades of research, numerous expeditions, and analysis by leading historians and naval experts, the mystery of the Bismarck's sinking endures. The lack of definitive proof for any single theory ensures that the debate continues to rage. Was it the relentless assault of the Royal Navy that sent the Bismarck to its watery grave? Or did the ship's own crew choose to scuttle their vessel rather than see it captured? Or did a combination of factors, both British attacks and internal vulnerabilities, conspire to bring down this mighty warship? The Bismarck story, more than just a naval battle, is a reminder of the unpredictable nature of war, the bravery of those who fight at sea, and the enduring allure of unsolved mysteries. Thank you for joining me on this incredible journey into the heart of a maritime mystery. What are your thoughts on the Bismarck's fate? Do you believe it was sunk by the British, or did the crew choose to scuttle their ship? Share your theories, thoughts, and questions in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe to World Stories for more thrilling tales of history, exploration, and adventure. Until next time, keep exploring.